Hello, this is Titanosaurus Productions, and welcome to another Star Wars video. Today we will be doing my top 10 favorite Star Wars action figures in my collection. Now, I don't have a very big collection of Star Wars action figures because... Oh, there it goes. Because, you know, I get a lot of other things, and yeah. Most of them are not... Well, most of them I didn't buy with my money. A lot of them are very old, classic stuff. So, yeah, they're a lot of them are gonna belong to my dad when he had them. So yeah, we got the original Kenner Millennium Falcon here. I'll have to do a video on that sometime. That's pretty special. But yeah, I never really saw that until recently. But yeah, we're going to just break out the old original vintage Star Wars action figure case, which has a piece of tape that says Rock Rules on the side, so that's nice. So I'm going to show off my whole collection because it's not that big, and we're going to go over the top 10 figures in it. So let's take out the 2 layers of figures in these cases. Ugh. Okay, I'll just keep that one in there. And yeah, so number 10, I'd have to say, would be the Imperial Death Trooper. Now, he has an attachment with, where you could put, a big gun on his shoulders or whatever. But, yeah, it's a nicely detailed action figure. Nothing too special, but, it's got average posability and details are fine. You know, the Death Troopers just look pretty cool, so, I thought it would be good number 10. Very simple, but nice. And he's got, a blaster. There's 2 blasters where his slot was. I don't know if both of them belong to him or one belongs to another person, but I'm gonna keep him in there. At number 9 we have Luke Skywalker, which I actually believe this was one of the first edition. This might have been the first edition version of him, because all the other ones have a tan colored hair, but he is sort of a yellow colored hair, and he's got the yellow lightsaber that sticks out of his arm with the thing on the back there. You know it. Watch. See, now you can have him have a duel with other lightsaber wielding people. Even though his is yellow and is sticking out in a weird position, he's gonna zap you with it. Like it's a phaser from Star Trek. I hope I didn't anger any Star Wars fans, but you know, they got enough angry things to be angry about. I'm doing fine though. Number 8, General Hux. I just thought it looked cool, and I got it for $1 at Kohl's, so you know, I gotta include him on the list. And he came with a mouse droid too, and a bunch of here. Look at this mouse droid. It's pretty cool. But yeah. Just General Hux, same posability as the Death Trooper. I noticed a lot of old Star Wars action figures have coats like this on for the capes. Look at this Tusken Raider here. Look at that overcoat, and then look at General Hux's one. It's it's reminiscing, going back to the olden days when all the capes look like that. Yeah. Now let's move on to number 7, which I forgot what I picked for my number 7. Here it is. The Jawa. I remember the original concept for this, as I saw in a Star Wars documentary. A guy was the guy who was making the action figure didn't have a brown cloth on him, so he used his sock, which I thought was fun. And you know, I just like that it's an actual cloth. That's what I really like about this figure. You know what? I'm actually gonna change my number 7 right now. not that that figure isn't bad. It might be a good number 11, but number 7, I think, is going to have to go to this figure right here, which I realized was sitting around that I didn't, like, know he was around. It's right here. Supreme Leader Snoke. And he's got this great golden cape going on. Really love it. It's flashy, and he's got a bit more posability than the other. Actually, you know what? He's probably got the same posability, and I just really wanted the cloth on a modern figure. That's I like the classic collection figures because of that fact. You know, Kylo Ren would be a good figure to get like this, but yeah, it's really nice looking figure. I'll have to put him in with my collection. I didn't put him in the Kenner box. Next up we have a classic Yoda. The classic Yoda. Most of these figures are classics, except from the ones from like the new movies. But yeah, here's Yoda with his gimmer stick and his cloth. Oh, there he goes. Let's put him there. Yeah, he's just a great looking action figure. I mean, look at all the stuff he's got on him. All those pouches, his little feet. It's really a fun looking action figure. He actually looks like Yoda, especially with the cloth. I very much value cloth in my Star Wars action figures. Number 5 is actually the only non-Kenner figure. Actually, no. Some of these are Hasbro figures, but it's the only one that's like not in like the same scale as those figures, not like the same universe even. It's Legends. We have Dirge from the original Star Wars The Clone Wars, which honestly, yeah, I found him at like a Star Wars convention, and it was more like it was kind of like a Star Wars convention. It was like a fest store. Well, not like, well, G-Fest is a convention. I don't know. It was in the streets, not in a big building. Look at this lance. That is a huge lance. Like, it's bigger than entire action figures. Look at that. And then, you know, the design of him just looks really cool. And I knew there were no other Dirge action figures. I got him for $10. And he's probably my favorite character from that show. And he even came with a stand. I still have the box somewhere. But yeah, it's pretty cool. He has no leg posability though. But I mean, if you're a kid playing with action figures, you're mostly just gonna move the arms around, to be honest. But yeah, number 4 is going to be Forlom. This guy, the bounty hunter. I honestly just really like the character of Forlom, and that's about the only reason he's on here. You know, I'd like to see more of these obscure characters because I like a lot of their designs. And he's a bounty hunter from Empire Strikes Back. Insectoid-looking protocol droid gone rogue, I believe. And I got him in like, it was another line of Kenner figures, not like the original ones. But yeah, I kept a box for him because he was a bit different looking, and he's got this big blaster. I'm pretty sure this one is his. Maybe it's no. I think this one belonged to him. Yeah, I think he had both. Because I think he had both in the movie. But yeah, I really love these older Star Wars action figures. Here we have a more newer one from Rebels. I haven't seen the episode yet. I'm on season 2 right now. I'm about to start it soon. But yeah, this is a Mandalorian character with a jetpack I have somewhere. I'll get it out. It doesn't stick on him. Well, it wouldn't fit in the... He wouldn't fit in the thing. The jetpack. It wouldn't fit in our case here. But as you can see, he actually has a holster with... the focus is... This thing can't focus. Honestly. There's all the figures in there, in case anyone wanted to see. There's no more on the list from in that case, but right here, in his, as you can see, right here, that's his holster, and on the other side, see, you put the blasters inside the holster, and just like that, you put them in his hand, and then you can put it back in his holster. Again, this is so hard. Well, it's not hard. It's just hard to do it in front of the camera because, like, everything's dark, and then I'm trying to focus it. It's not working, but you get the idea. You know, classic Mandalorian fashion. Even the helmet comes off. There we go. And the head actually is posable, which I like. The figure was a bit more expensive, which I don't understand. Maybe it was because of the jetpack, but they do add some random things in action figure, like boxes. I forget it. I'm just gonna go get the jetpack. All right, here's the jetpack. And yeah, I think Mandalorians are becoming a really big part of Star Wars. Same with Ahsoka and Maul. I think they've really all like Mandalorians, Ahsoka and Maul are becoming way more prominent characters than they were originally meant to be, which is quite fascinating. The whole Mandalorian race is becoming very popular, especially with the show The Mandalorian. You know, it's a good show. I think Baby Yoda is a bit overrated. Say what you want, but that's just my opinion. Still pretty cute, though. I think they've overdone it a bit. Though it's Disney, so that's just how they roll. Okay. What number is this? I don't even remember anymore. We're on number 2? Yeah. Garindan. Yeah, you all remember him. I bet you don't. I don't even remember if he was from the special edition version or if he was in the original movie. But he was the Imperial Spy, and his name's Garindan. And I also kept his box because he was from the same line of figures as Forlom figures. Figures because they're both obscure characters. But he's one of my favorite characters. I don't know why. Maybe it's his design, maybe it's his purpose, but I like these random characters, and he has a blaster somewhere. But there he is, the Imperial Spy, Garindan. And now, for my favorite Star Wars action figure of all time, we have the original Darth Vader. Now, the reason I love this figure is because, again with the cape, it's like a big coat, which I like. I'm going to bring this in the light a bit more. Here we go, here he is. Get a good look at that. His head moves around. You get the arm posability. His hand there. His feet move. And again, here it is, the lightsaber. Now that really stands out, and that's a really great looking lightsaber right there. So yeah, he's my favorite Star Wars action figure because he looks really cool. He might even look cooler than the actual Darth Vader with this big, weird looking cape, which just looks like a coat, but that's why I like it so much. Yeah. Let's take a look at that other set of figures you guys didn't see. So, I gotta put it back in the thing here. And here's the selection. I'm not sure if these two are, like, I know that's a Microman figure, or Micronaut, whatever. There's a crossover with Godzilla, and I use the other figure for the Ultraman Spectre series. This, I don't even know who that is. At first I thought it was a Stormtrooper Han Solo, but, you know, he's kind of a different type of figure. So I don't think he is, he's from any of these. He might be like a Battlestar Galactica figure. I don't know. But yeah, this has been my Star Wars action figure collection. Here's the two outliers. Look at that lance. It's huge. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you want to see more Star Wars videos, look up Titanosaurus Production Star Wars. I don't know. But that's all for this video. Again, hope you guys enjoyed. See you in the next one. Goodbye.